Tonight, a limited supply. How St. Luke's is getting the COVID vaccine in people's arms after high registration volume this week.
Plus, new details. We're learning more about a carjacking north of Duluth that ended with one person dead.
Plus, state sued. An organization is suing Michigan over the ban on contact sports, what they're seeking.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. More than 19,000 St. Luke's patients 65 and older have been waiting to receive their COVID-19 vaccine.
Yesterday, the hospital's hotline to sign up for vaccines was permanently suspended after the system could not handle the call volume. Today, St. Luke's interim president addressed the issue and laid out how things will work going forward. CBS 3's John Cardinelli is live outside St. Luke's where the press conference happened earlier today. John, what did the president have to say?
Kristen, Dr. Nick Van Dielen says after the large phone rush yesterday, vaccine appointments are now booked out for the next 4 weeks. However, some vaccines are being put aside for extremely vulnerable patients, and the hospital is working on reaching out to them. Dr. Van Dielen says at this point, people should not be calling the hospital if they have questions about vaccine appointments, as they want to make sure those who need immediate care can get through to the hospital. For all questions regarding the vaccine, people should visit the website on your screen, and it's www.slhduluth.com/COVID vaccine. Dr. Van Dielen says should the hospital receive more vaccinations in the next 4 weeks, those who are eligible for vaccination will receive an email and their portal will be updated with a sign-up button. Dr. Van Dielen wants to share this message to those waiting patiently for a vaccine.
Be patient. It's going to come. It's going to take us, unless something really changes, it's going to take us several months to work through all of the folks who need to be vaccinated in our region.
Over the next month, Dr. Van Dielen says they expect to administer roughly 8,000 vaccines. Some of those could be the first shot. Others, it could be their second one. And Dr. Van Dielen also wanted to mention that those who were successful in getting an appointment over the phone line yesterday, those appointments are still valid. And again, if you have any questions regarding the vaccine, you could visit the website you see on your screen.
Definitely a lot of people wondering how and when they can get that vaccine. Thanks for that information tonight, John.
A Douglas County judge says there's enough evidence to charge a 12-year-old boy who allegedly tried to stab his younger brother to death with attempted first-degree intentional homicide. According to the criminal complaint, the 12-year-old stabbed his 7-year-old brother 4 times, once in the back, twice in the abdomen, and once near the heart. The victim told police his brother did it and that he put a pillow over his face during the attack so no one could hear him scream. He also told police, quote, "I was dead for a while." The alleged attack happened on January 11th in the town of Solon Springs. A judge will decide whether to try the 12-year-old as an adult or send the case to juvenile court next month. Authorities have named the deputy who fired during an officer-involved shooting in Saginaw Friday night. Deputy Jason Coonley is on standard leave tonight. He's been with the department for 7 years. He was responding to the aftermath of a carjacking. The suspect, Scott Jordan from Duluth, ran from the car. Eventually, Coonley fired toward him but did not strike him. Jordan apparently died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's still unclear what led Coonley to fire. Coonley was previously cleared of any wrongdoing in a fatal officer-involved shooting in Hermantown in 2019. He shot Timothy Myshak, who led authorities on a car chase and fired at them. All right, Dave's here for a quick look at the weather. Dave, that snow is moving ever closer to us, huh?
And it's going to affect some of our area more than others. So you need to take a look at who's facing advisories and even warnings. Much of Minnesota, not such a big deal, just light snow. But the North Shore may get some moderate snow, and northern Wisconsin may get moderate snow on Thursday as well. That's why folks there face a winter weather advisory in effect Thursday through 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Then the Upper Peninsula, not off the hook anymore. Winter storm warning for folks there. Snow totals will be 6+ in that neck of the woods. I do have a map showing who's going to get what. That'll show in a few more minutes. But right now we show how things are faring out there, and the snow from 2 low pressure systems from the Dakotas is inching closer and closer here to our region. So our short-term forecast says in a matter of hours we start to get a 50-50 shot at the snow beginning, maybe mixed in with a little bit of rain, then a 60% chance through a good portion of Thursday. Temperatures go topsy-turvy on us. They'll be warmer tonight than they will be tomorrow afternoon. That's a sign that once the low pressure system leaves and the snow goes away, cold air takes over for several days. I'll talk about for how long and how low the temps will go coming up in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. St. Louis County has purchased 2 trailers as a way to test and eventually vaccinate people for COVID-19. CBS3's Emma Quinn shares how this move will make sure residents in every part of the county have access to public health help during the pandemic.
Wednesday, the St. Louis County Public Health Department debuted its new mobile trailers for a COVID-19 saliva testing site in West Duluth.
The idea is that we would be able to do testing, vaccinations, and then long-term planning for public health, that we could use them for like flu clinics, mobile flu clinics.
The trailers were purchased with CARES Act funds and will travel through St. Louis County, focusing on areas where residents have harder access to transportation.
So the idea is that we're coming to community as opposed to making community come to us. The deck is still a wonderful option and is available as well, but we know that that's not accessible to everyone.
Organizers with Healthy Alliance Matters and Duluth's NAACP are also stepping up for those who may need a helping hand. They're giving out free masks at every mobile clinic site.
It's a wonderful and rewarding feeling to know that that simple piece of cloth can make a difference, either in that person's household or the confidence that they have when they're going out into the public.
Healthy Alliance Matters members say bringing the mobile units to rural and urban parts of the county is important, as it gives everyone an opportunity to access public health services.
In this one in particular, to have it along bus route lines, to make sure that people have transportation to and from the testing sites.
Eventually, these mobile units will be used for vaccination clinics when the COVID-19 vaccine is available to the general public. For now, the testing sites are free and require no registration.
You can find more information on future mobile testing dates and locations on our website, cbs3duluth.com.
Tonight, a warning from St. Louis County to double-check that you meet the current requirements for the COVID vaccine. This comes after officials say a link to a state website where you can make an appointment is being shared beyond groups who are eligible. That's led to people being turned away at the clinic doors. CBS3's Kendall Darrow explains how you can make sure this doesn't happen to you.
St. Louis County leaders say it's important to remember in Minnesota there are 5 entities administering vaccines right now. That includes hospitals, pharmacies, local public health departments, tribal governments, and the state. Each one has their own eligibility standards. That's part of where the confusion is coming from. Right now, St. Louis County Public Health is only vaccinating people in Phase 1A priority groups, like frontline workers, first responders, and others. They're also vaccinating K-12 educators and licensed child care providers. Those people will get an email from the county or their employer when it's their turn to make an appointment. It will include a link to make an appointment online at a clinic like the one we told you about yesterday at the St. Louis County Depot. You should not share the link with anyone else, as that person could be turned away, even if their online registration appeared to be successful. Now, the county is going through their appointment list and notifying people who aren't actually eligible. The county says they don't believe anyone was trying to register early on purpose. They want to remind people who are 65 and older they are not eligible to be vaccinated at these county public health clinics yet. They say anyone in that age group should contact their healthcare provider or watch for announcements from the state about when registration will reopen for the state's lottery system.
Thanks, Kendall. And in Wisconsin, the future of the statewide mask mandate is going back to the Senate. Last week, the Assembly delayed a vote against the governor's order. There were concerns that repealing it would mean Wisconsin could lose about $50 million a month in federal assistance. Now, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says the chamber will pass a fix for that problem, along with the resolution to repeal the mask mandate. After that, it will require another Senate vote. Meanwhile, the Superior City Council has decided to put their local mask mandate back in place and extend their emergency declaration. The city's mask mandate will last until April 30th. The rule goes into effect on Monday.
Michigan is the target of a new lawsuit over the state's ban on high school contact sports. The Let Them Play group is suing the director of the state's health department, seeking to reverse the ban. Andrew Feather reports from Michigan.
Time is running out for high school athletes to play contact sports this winter, according to a new lawsuit filed against the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services' new director, Elizabeth Hertel.
We've opened all sorts of indoor activities that are allowed. Why not high school sports?
Attorney Peter Riddell represents Let Them Play Michigan and the other plaintiffs, which include a youth hockey league and parents of student athletes in the state. He says the lawsuit was filed only after conversations with state officials didn't lead to action.
The opportunity for the student athletes to compete is narrow, and we felt it was time to make sure that everyone had the same sense of urgency that our student athletes, parents, coaches, and school administrators have.
The lawsuit points to a pilot rapid test program that found just 1% of student athletes tested positive for COVID-19. The Michigan High School Athletic Association's director says with about 60,000 student athletes, rapid testing is not a feasible option for winter sports. The lawsuit also argues that Michigan allows college and professional athletes to play, and neighboring states are allowing high school athletes to play contact winter sports.
Those with means are able to travel to Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, wherever to conduct their sport, compete, and play, where those students who rely on the public system are left behind.
State health officials say public health orders in the state are estimated to have prevented 100,000 cases and saved about 2,000 lives. An MDHHS spokesperson tells me as COVID-19 numbers continue to drop in Michigan, the state is reviewing current mitigation measures, including those around contact sports, adding the department doesn't make decisions based off lawsuits.
The lawsuit includes letters from more than 100 schools urging health officials to allow contact sports to restart.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, after a historic finish to this year's Bear Grease, we look back at the high points of the storied race.
Normal high and low were 21 and 3. And by Friday, numbers like that will become fond memories. Stay away for a while. We'll talk about how long that while will be with this cold snap coming and the snow to start. Coming up right after our break.
CBS, home of Super Bowl 55. Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Angie's Closet is a consignment boutique that carries designer brand women's clothing and accessories in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team style you from head to toe in an outfit that is just your style. We feature fashionable accessories, locally made candles, and more. We are honored to have been voted the best consignment store in the Northland for 2020. Angie's Closet appreciates you shopping local. Shop in-store, online, or curbside pickup. Tower Avenue, Superior.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. It's time to welcome the new year with the bath of your dreams. With our Say Goodbye to 2020 sale, we're offering 20% off labor, 20% off material, and no interest, no payment, and zero down until 2022. All of our products are backed with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval and a lifetime warranty. For a free estimate, call us today or visit us online at bathplanet.com. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
There is nothing that we want more than students learning together safely.
And we only get to do that if we can all get through this together with everybody safe and healthy.
We can do this.
We can do this.
what's the play?
Going to get him.
Shouldn't we be armed?
I am.
Who are you?
I'm the one you call. But you can't call 911.
We're always good at leveling the playing field.
I'm using my powers for good.
Watch The Equalizer Sunday after the Super Bowl on CBS.
CBS, home of Super Bowl 55.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
First the snow and then the cold. So we'll start with the snow, and it looks like it's going to affect mostly Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula with a tiny slice of Minnesota. Much of Minnesota won't get much snow tomorrow at all, but North Shore, Lake and Cook counties will. They're in a winter weather advisory through early Friday morning, and so is most of northwestern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula, looking at a winter storm warning. We'll show you how much snow is expected here in just a bit, but we set the stage with the current conditions at Duluth International Airport, where it's still warmer than normal, 29 degrees, but that won't last. Tomorrow we start to cool. 72% for the relative humidity. Easterly, southeasterly wind that's going 11 miles per hour, could go towards 20 over the next couple of days. So gusty winds will be on top of our snow chance and then our big Arctic blast. Air pressure, that at the moment is 29.71 inches of mercury. Current temperatures really warm in the Upper Peninsula, 33 Watersmeet, 35 in Ironwood, 36 in Ashland once you cross into Wisconsin. Cool spot is Superior at 30, and even that's 10 degrees warmer than normal. Minnesota numbers are fairly mild, 28 towards Cloquet, for example. Ely's got that as well. Even 32 degrees in the icebox. Someone left the door open, 32. But tomorrow, yeah, in the afternoon, the Arctic air will start to infiltrate, setting us up for that cold snap we've been talking about. But first, we have to deal with the snow. Current Doppler satellite map shows there is a little bit towards our northwest, trying to get into our region. Some of it has made it all the way towards the Brainerd Lakes area, but those are just the scout elements of the low-pressure systems that are coming our way. The bigger deal is associated indeed with these two lows. A weaker one is up towards our north, connected with the trough to the bigger, stronger one to the south. This little one here likely will affect Minnesota with light snows, but the other low will affect Wisconsin and Michigan with the heavier snows. So how much? Let's take a look at our snow forecast here. And in Minnesota, you know, if we get about 1 to 3 inches, we'll be doing all right, though it could get sassier up towards Grand Marais at 5.3 inches, hence the advisory there. Wisconsin numbers could go into the 4 or 5 inch range, moderate snows we'll call it, and into the UP, a bit heavier, looking at about 8 to 9 inches for that neck of the woods. And then by Friday, the snow chance goes away and the Arctic air comes to call, taking us over, sending readings down towards 25 below even for the Twin Ports, colder inland, and a cold spell that could last all the way through next Friday. Forecast here tonight. What do we get in Minnesota? Well, low temps start off pretty mild, in the 20s for a lot of places. 50% snow chance could begin in a couple of hours. 60% shot for Wisconsin, Michigan. Low temps in the upper 20s, but then tomorrow's daytime highs will be lower than the lows. They drop into the teens and lower 20s with a 70% chance for snow in Wisconsin and Michigan. 60% chance for it to continue in Minnesota with high temps in the afternoon dropping to the 10 to 19 range. And now with the extended forecast, after 1 day's worth of potentially moderate to heavy snow for some towns, then we get clearer and colder for the rest of the week. 10 below Saturday morning, 20 below Sunday, 25 below Monday morning, then moderating again as the rest of the week unfolds. But bottom line, Tony, I think it's going to be pretty chilly here until next Friday.
Thanks, Dave. During Black History Month each week, CBS3 is putting a spotlight on those who are making a difference in the Northland's Black community. This week, we are taking a closer look at how Duluth Public Schools are making sure students still get a lesson in Black history while learning from home. Members of the Office of Education and Equity created a Google Classroom for parents, students, and teachers to use. It has more than 100 activities, tools, and resources. They hope people use the new tool to learn about the effects of racism and challenge negative stereotypes.
It's a time dedicated to shining light on Black achievements, and which I feel like are often ignored to the rest of the year.
There are about 190 participants and staff using the classroom. For more information, you can head to our website.
One day after the historic finish, Bear Grease Marathon mushers gathered to celebrate and reminisce about their time on the trail. First place finisher Erin Letzring is the first woman to win this race in 2 decades. She's looking back on her first Bear Grease with a smile. The Duluth native now lives in Alaska. She was one of the several racers from out of state who ran the Bear Grease for the first time. After the big win, she says it won't be her last.
Well, these races in the Midwest here are great. You know, the Bear Grease, the UP 200, that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun to go and do those. So I think we'll stick with that, and you should see us again next year.
Letzring also took home the Rookie of the Year award. He also spoke to 2020 champion and second place finisher Ryan Reddington following the close finish last night. He said he will be back next year and is looking forward to a rematch.
Ahead in sports, it's that time of year where high school athletes make their college decisions official. Kelly has more next.
The North Face and Columbia, up to 50% off at Northwest Outlet Superior. CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-458-9565.
Amazing power, amazing speed, one ultra cool price. Take your internet to the extreme, starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. Experience blazing hot speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Turn up the intensity with powerful in-home Wi-Fi and stay chill with 99.99% network reliability. Get extreme internet, starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2.
Our schools provide so much more than just learning support.
The school year didn't start out the way that we wanted it to, but who's to say it won't be better at the end?
We need to slow the spread so our economy has a chance to recover.
So our kids can be in school and be on the ice.
And we can keep our friends and families safe. For our students and teachers.
For our essential workers.
For the people you love.
Thank you for doing your part. Go Hunters!
This year's been just a huge year. We've had everything going on with the pandemic. It's hard to not have your heart go out to those people, the millions that have been impacted by that. That's why we do what we do, to try and keep people in the know. What's going on with this? When is it going to end? When's the vaccine going to be here? How is this impacting you? Where are resources to help you get through the pandemic and keep you and your family safe through all of this?
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to live local CBS3.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19, and at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me to understand how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Local news and local weather here on CBS3.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
It is that time of year again when select athletes get to put pen to paper and sign on their commitment to play college sports. That, of course, is National Signing Day. Up on the Iron Range this morning, Mesabi East's Gavin Skelton signed his letter of intent to play football at UMD. Skelton was a three-sport athlete with the Giants, including hockey and track, but will be playing linebacker next fall at UMD. The 6'2", 215-pound future Bulldog says He's grateful for his time at Mesabi East, but is ready for that next step.
And playing at the next level is always something I've wanted to do, and I know that if I push myself, then I could do that, and that's what I did. I was always, hey, let's work, let's get going, let's get on the field, let's go in the weight room, and I'm excited, and I know UMD's got a great program, and all the coaches there are awesome, and I'm super excited.
Gavin also plans to major in electrical engineering. And UMD football hasn't let COVID stop them at all from recruiting a solid new class of players. Head coach Kurt Weese and the team announced, in addition to scouting 26 additions to the team in its 2021 recruiting class, 27 in all. The class have officially signed their letter of intent to become part of the program. 4 states are represented in total: Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Nevada.
For the first time in this recruiting class, we were able to get on a Zoom with this entire group and be able to talk to everybody at once. So, as kids committed to us, they'd add into the room week by week, and to be able to talk to this group and see those guys start interacting as teammates with one another was a tremendous thing. And again, something that we've never done in the past with COVID.
Well, the same opponent, just in a later week and a different venue. For the second weekend in a row, UMD will take on Miami of Ohio. This is the 3rd team that the Bulldogs see back-to-back, so they've gotten pretty used to preparing for the same opponent they just faced. Fortunately for them, they came away with the solid road sweep down in Oxford, Ohio. Coach Sandelin highlighted how he's liked what he's seen out of the guys. He just doesn't want any complacency coming in on a 4-game win streak.
And so far, the last couple of days of practice, I really like their group and the energy that they have. And so hopefully that continues into the weekend. Doesn't guarantee anything. But no, I think in some ways it's easier. In some ways it's probably a little bit harder. I think you have more worries as a coach. It's easier if you didn't win the games.
The Dogs are back at home this weekend against the team that they swept this past weekend. Miami and UMD take the ice for puck drop on Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at 4 p.m. Both games you can join us for on the My9 Sports Network. And that is going to do it for sports for now. We'll have more coming up back here tonight at 10. Chris and Tony, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Well, a local balloon artist is sending smiles to seniors.
Yes, a company called Laura Loons made a special delivery to Benedictine Senior Living in Duluth today. They surprised residents with their very own balloon buddies. It was all part of Laura Loons' Send a Smile program. Their goal is to bring seniors joy, color, and encouragement after months of being separated from their loved ones during the pandemic.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Dave, decent night on tap, then snow starts coming in a little bit later, huh?
Yeah, and that could make things slick for tomorrow morning's commutes.
Okay.
We do have to watch out for that. Initially, our snow tonight could be mixed in with a touch of rain. Then the snow tomorrow, it continues much of the day into early Friday morning. Then Friday afternoon, the cool down commences, and it becomes plain old cold for the weekend.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.